What is up, guys? Prism G-Force here, also known as Gianni, and this is not my channel, but my friends like to call me the sensible one, and this is the reason why.
Hi, I'm Baxter, and I'm the one who cooks up all the bad puns. Laugh at my jokes, you're fired. Okay, guys, so we're going to be making some coconut brownies today. So, Cookin, not do any puns, because that's my thing. Anyway, let's begin. Oh my god, I love this song. That's holy! How did they get there?
I don't really think I want to know.
Okay, can you at least stop just going on about my puns?
So what you're going to need for making the brownies are eggs,
Vanilla extract,
chocolate melts,
coconut pellets, thingies,
butter, proper butter, but butter,
so raising flour,
chocolate powder, we're using drinking powder, but yeah.
brown sugar,
Plain flour,
and icing sugar. It's so good! Okay guys, so for this, you're gonna need to melt some butter, but you better be careful because this is hot.
Oh, that's hot.
well, this isn't the same exact amount, but there will be more coming in.
Calcium.
Tastes like butter. I wonder
A tiny bit more.
a bit more. Okay, boss.
Now you better be careful because it's hot.
Oh, that's hot.
So guys, remember to ask help from a parent or you might slip up.
Okay, so whilst the butter is melting, we will add 1 cup of brown sugar.
Who's your favorite rapper? Scoop Dogg? So, there's the 1 cup.
And all the cups. And now the butter is almost fully melted. So we only have like a little bit now. So we are going to...
It seems this brown sugar's favorite sport is bowling. Get it because it's in a bowl.
We get it. Thanks. Okay, so how many eggs?
Hey Johnny.
Okay,
Who flipped your lid?
Okay, so you want 2 eggs.
And 1 lid of vanilla extract. That was much easier than eggs.
And a second egg. Okay, so...
You got some shell in there.
Oh, I did.
You're a failure to mankind.
Not as bad as you.
Pretty shellfish of you.
Don't ever speak to me again. Okay, so we have got the eggs and the vanilla extract in the bowl with the brown sugar. Stop eating it. And now I am very muchly convinced that we will have to mix it. So you will get a spoon.
Did you just say
Incorrect.
muchly convinced? Muchly convinced?
Yep. I am
What the-
convinced muchly.
When you've got all the melted butter into a bowl, swoosh it around until
It's
it
cool.
It cools down a bit, yeah. There's a bit of foam floating at the top. Wow, I've never had so much foam in my life.
And now we pour that in. And now the butter is safely in. And now we have to mix it. So now, can I mix it? Mix it around.
Hey Johnny,
Yes.
are you a DJ? Because you're a pretty good mixer.
Okay, So you want to like get it from the bottom, scoop it up and push it over. So, and then get these from the edges. So you just want to scooch everything around. So it should eventually look something a little like this. I'm going to continue mixing for a little bit. But yeah, so you just got to keep mixing it until it is basically all in one. And yeah.
All right, so we're going to put the flour in now.
The coconut nut in and the drinking chocolate or just your chocolate powder. Okay, so you're going to want to have half a cup of plain flour. So Baxter, if you can pour it in gently.
And also, I think you'll find that after you put the flour in, the flavor will really bloom. Put some more flour in.
Okay, I think that's about good. Okay, that looks about good. And now we put the flour in. That's all good. And then what shall we do? Okay, so then you're going to want 1/3 of a cup self-raising flour. So, as before.
You know, when this flower was young, its parents died in a car crash, so it had to raise itself. That's why it's self-raising.
Oh, yeah. About it.
That's fine.
Okay, so you put that in. And boom. And then, next step. Okay, so then you're going to want 1/4 of a cup of... of the chocolate powder. So, is this 1/4 of a cup? That's 1/4 of a cup. Okay, so.
There's a massive lizard outside.
Okay, cool. Okay, so ready? And you're pouring it. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Okay, so we put this in. And what's the next ingredient?
Okay, so next step, a little bit of coconut.
1/2 cup of coconut.
Yeah.
Put it over the bowl. So in case I miss. Right. Should probably open it first. Haven't really many crumbs in
Whoever
there.
filled this bag must have been a real nutcracker.
There we go. Okay, so
That was
That's-
a pretty meaty filling. Get it? Because
I get it. That's it. You can stop. Okay, so once you've got all the ingredients in, you will want to mix until it is a firm batter where everything is fully mixed in.
Hey, Johnny, can you be quiet? I'm busy streaming on Mixer. So while Gianni is preheating the oven to 180 degrees, I am just continuing to mix it, and your final product should look something like this. A nice kind of melted Lamington, but
No,
more brown.
It looks more like batter for a brownie.
Well, duh.
The chocolate chips. How many do we need?
How many chocolates can you have?
A chocolate. Is it possible to have too much chocolate?
No.
Okay, so another important thing that you have to know is when you're cooking, cleaning up after you've used an ingredient or make used things to pour with, make sure that if you're going to use them again, at least tidy them up. Yeah. You've just got to, when you're cooking, you really need like a strong like working space to put everything in. So once you've like used something, you need to really put it away.
Because while flowers may be pretty, you don't want too many of them around because they might get annoying.
Well, I mean, they might not.
So now we're gonna bake it. So now we need a baking dish. And where to get that baking dish? Well, I think we've sorted that problem. Baking dish. And yeah, we're gonna bake.
Here we are. for watching this video. Hope you guys. Okay, so you're gonna want to get some alum foil.
Little tray, and yep.
Oh, I see where I went.
No. You gotta really make sure that it's in the pan so you know how much you want to get of it. Okay, so just gotta really crease out the edges, make sure that everything.
So guys, you really should be using baking paper, but since we don't have any of that, we're just gonna use some alum foil. So now that we're done with that, we can bake it. So when you're gonna pour this, you have to do it correctly. How, you ask? Well, let me tell you.
Kind of group it up and then hold it over here and kind of just like drop it in, because then later on you're gonna like spread it out and fix it. So,
Very, very
okay.
thin.
So you've got your batter almost fully in. You're gonna wanna get all of those little extra pieces that you need to get. We still have quite a bit left to get, but you know, still explaining. Wait, how did I finish the?
I'm too lazy to wait for you to spread it all out, so I use magic.
Nice. Okay, so we spread it quite thin, and that's what you're gonna want to do, because the self-raising flour, it obviously makes it raise, so it will actually be quite high. But yeah, you want to spread it quite thin and just put it in the oven. If you're doing this by yourself, make sure you have a parent, because you're going to be doing it with the hot oven. So yeah, you're going to want to make sure that you have a parent. So yeah, we've spread it out all flat. Sorry, the Baxter.
I told you, I love this song. Okay, so after taking it out of the oven for 20 minutes, you're gonna have to let it cool for about 10 minutes. So after you've baked it for 20 minutes, take it out of the oven and put it onto the bench to cool down for about 10 minutes, so it can really chill out. That was a really bad pun.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, that wasn't very punny. So yeah, this is it. It's obviously rosened a bit. Rosened. So now we have to do the icing. But that's a coincidence because it's cool, like ice.
Ice, ice, baby.
Yeah. So now we need to make the icing.
Yeah, so let's do that. Okay guys, so this may look a little dirty, but we used it for cocoa powder last time, so it's all good. You're gonna want 1/4 cup of chocolate powder. That's a chocolate. So
Right, I'm gonna put it under the bowl.
and you fill it up.
And then you're gonna want to have 1.5 cups of the icing sugar. So 1/2 cup. So 1.5. Kaplunk. So that's in. So you're gonna want to add 20 grams of butter. So you plonk that in. Wait, can I just get these little extra parts there? So next you're gonna want to put in about 2 teaspoons of boiling water in. So I'm just gonna do this right off the bat. I don't really know how much to do. Alright, so what are you doing? Sorry.
That should be fine. And mix.
Yep, that should be fine. And then mix.
I just spilled boiling water onto my hand, and now I have 3rd-degree burns.
That's okay.
Okay, so the icing's going along well. I did burn myself though.
So we've been mixing for not too long. So what you want to do is just mix until not particularly smooth, but just like a big nice bit of icing You know, you gotta really get it. Make sure that there's not much powder on the sides. Try and get all that you can. And yeah.
Okay, so what you want to do here is grab the bowl, get the icing onto the little palette thing, and just spread it across as neatly as you can. Chances are you're not going to get every single little square nanometer, but you should be able to get pretty much everything. And yeah, this is looking really, really good.
We actually have magic editing powers that can make this go faster. Ready?
Okay, so the next step, and I think final step other than slicing and chunking, is these.
Sorry.
Bless you. Okay, so you put some coconut.
I'm trying to be really
Flakes.
careful so it doesn't just like come out.
Yeah, just one huge blob. So you put them just everywhere-ish. And then you put them in the fridge for just a while so they can,
So
you know,
the icing
set.
can cool down. And...
Yeah, so the icing can set.
So this is what our finished product will look like. We've put quite a bit of coconut on, and Baxter's clearing out space in the fridge because you don't have to set it, but we like to have it like nice and cool down.
There's this whole bottle of Pepsi in here.
We'll go eat it soon.
What?
Universe.
Yes,
How do you know that?
because I am Gianni.
Hey Johnny, you enjoying that?
Okay, anyone that can't cut
Behind the scenes,
their
boys.
cups,
Okay guys, so we've just taken it out of the fridge and the icing is a little more set. So let's take it out and put it on this chopping board.
Okay, so that's good. Get the.
Alright,
So it's looking pretty good. Pretty good.
pretty tasty. Okay, so let's go to cutting this thing now. Make sure you're careful around knives, or else you could end up in a real jam. Jam is a food, so it's a food pun, therefore it's relevant.
Atta boy.
These look really good. It's a little undercooked, so maybe cook it for like 25 minutes, but cooked is kind of good though because it means it'll be chewier. Oh my god, this knife looks like a freaking ice cream cake.
Gosh, thin pieces, how much?
Alright, now let's chop in this direction.
Yeah, just don't put the entire handle on it.
Handle
What you are
slices.
doing. A couple of pieces onto a plate. I'm gonna test them out. So, I'd suggest grabbing like a small piece maybe.
Wait.
Oh my god.
I didn't cut the gashes deep enough. Dashes?
Yep, action.
Alright, so we about to do a taste test for these coconut brownies. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's hot.
They're really nice and chewy, and they're crunchy on the top.
And then if you eat them straight away, they're really warm. Oh, cameraman's helping himself to one. Alright. So the link to the tutorial we used to make these will be in the description, but I think our tutorial was pretty good. But
I'm warm on the inside.
peace out, Willa Willa Wing Wing, bye.
Bye. Brownies.
Yeah, these are really good.
Okay, we're gonna go eat brownies. Bye.
I think that went well.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I had a CloudBax cuppa.